Right, okay, we're at the famous Majors, and it's just 20 meters that way. I'm going to move the plate out of the way for this one. We're going to go with the Monster Cod. I'm going to cut that in half. Let's crack this open. Batter is lovely. Beef dripping as well. That's delicious. And there's nothing like beef dripping, that's for sure. Look at that. Seen so many reviews, people coming here and having the orange chips, and I'm looking forward to diving into them in a minute. But I just want to try this curry. Oh, that's a nice curry. Got a little bit of a kick. It's sweet, but without being overly sweet. It's got loads going on in there. The batter's super light. The fish is delicious. All the chips are orange chips. Let me get a knife on this. Some of this cheese. Don't want to waste any of this cheese. Try a chip on its own. Look at the colour of them. The thickness of them. Yeah, there's not any extra flavour that I can pick up on, unless it's so subtle. But there is that battery kind of substance going on. The nice, thick, fresh chips. And they've got a sign up there saying they've started on the new potatoes. They're scrumptious. Instead of having mushy peas, gone for the pea fritter. That's a monster pea fritter. I'm going to cut that in half. Look at that batter on there. Look at the colour. I do like paper, it's got to be said. Cardboard's good, but I do like my paper. We got scraps. Nothing like mixing some scraps in with your curry or your mushy peas or your gravy to add a little bit of crunch. And sometimes if they seem a little bit greasy, which these don't, then mixing them up with something else can make a bit of a difference. A battered, deep-fried Snickers. I'm only going to take a little bit off this because this is a request from my wife. Look at that. I'd go after that over a Mars bar, definitely. Absolutely delicious. It's back to the computer. I'll look at a few different reviews and I'll write my own. See you there. When it came down to finding out what these chips were like, and they were really nice, even without the batter and the colouring, which was in fact a food colouring, by the way. I was contacted by a previous owner who said it was a food colouring, not paprika or turmeric or something like that. Without that batter mix with the food colouring, they were great chips anyway. Nice, thick, plump, crispy chips. But that extra bit of batter that went on, that mix that went in with them, that they were mixed up with before they went into the fryer, that made a difference. That was quite nice. It was just, it didn't add anything to the taste, like I say. It was just nice, a bit more extra crunch. So let's have a look at some reviews. 1 star. Drove 15 minutes to see what the chips were about. Ordered a veggie burger and halloumi burger to be told that everything is cooked in beef fat. So it's a not so veggie burger. Don't go here if you're a vegetarian or don't eat beef. This should be made clear on the website or on Google. Vegetarian options, none. Everything is cooked in beef fat. 4 star. Food quality is still the same since the last owners. Internally, it could do with some TLC. Recommend if you're in the area. 5 star. Absolutely awesome food. Me and my mate travelled from Birmingham because I was told how nice their fish and chips were. And it's great to see some things don't change. Absolutely the best chip shop in the Midlands. Well worth travelling for. Unfortunately, no wheelchair access, but definitely worth trying. See you soon, Majors. Wheelchair accessibility, there isn't any access at all, it says. Mine, 4 star. Having heard so much about the famous orange chips in the Black Country, I had to give them a try. So I stopped by Major's Fish and Chips in Bilston. Upon entering, the first thing I noticed was a bit of a queue. and quite a few people seated at the tables, clearly enjoying their meals. The shop itself was tidy and spacious, and the staff both polite and welcoming. I opted for the monster cod, which came in a nice crispy batter cooked in beef dripping. The fillet was impressively large. The orange chips, which I had been curious about, are essentially regular chips coated in a light batter mixed with food colouring, giving them their distinctive bright orange hue. They were plump, crispy and served in generous portions. It seemed all the chips sold there are orange chips, so even the cheesy chips were made from these, and they were delicious. The pea fritters were also generously sized, coated in crispy batter. I particularly enjoyed the thick, flavourful curry sauce, to which I added a few spoonfuls of scraps for some extra crunch. I finished off the meal with a deep-fried battered Snickers, rounding out a satisfying experience. Cooking in, beef dripping, hygiene rating, 4, cash or card. Fish reviewed, monster cod. I finally got round to trying those orange chips. See you on the next one. If you like this video, subscribe, share it, like it, hit the notification bell, and if you have any recommendations in your area, put them in the comments. Thank you.